7 reasons an avoidant can discard a partner. Why do avoidant people suddenly walk away from relationships that seem to be going well? It's not always about the partner, it's often about their inner wiring. Let's uncover the real reasons behind their disappearing act. Avoidant attachment style is rooted in a deep desire for self-protection. These individuals often learned early on that closeness could lead to pain, so they built emotional walls to survive. They crave connection, but fear it at the same time. Understanding their internal struggles helps explain why they sometimes discard even the most loving partners. So, let's dive into the 7 key reasons an avoidant might abruptly end a relationship, even when it seems there's no obvious cause. 1. Fear of losing independence. One of the strongest motivations for an avoidant to walk away is the fear of losing personal freedom. They associate closeness with control or suffocation. As a relationship deepens and partners start to share routines, responsibilities, and emotional spaces, avoidants may feel like they're disappearing. This merging of lives can trigger panic, not because they don't care, but because they fear losing themselves. In an effort to regain control and protect their identity, they may distance themselves or abruptly cut ties. 2. Emotional overwhelm. Relationships come with emotions. Lots of them. Joy, frustration, sadness, affection, conflict. For someone with an avoidant style, this emotional soup can feel like too much. They often lack the tools to process or express emotions healthily, especially in high-stress situations. When emotions run high, whether it's a deep conversation or a heated argument, they may shut down completely. Avoidants tend to equate emotional intensity with danger, so rather than face it, they retreat. And sometimes, that retreat is permanent. 3. Discomfort with vulnerability. To be in love is to be vulnerable. You open your heart, share your thoughts, and let someone see your insecurities. For avoidants, this is terrifying. Vulnerability often feels like giving someone the power to hurt them, and they've spent their lives avoiding that exact risk. Even small acts of intimacy, like sharing fears or depending on a partner, can feel unsafe. So, if a relationship pushes them toward deeper emotional exposure, their defense mechanism might be to flee rather than stay and risk emotional injury. 4. Unresolved childhood wounds. Many avoidants carry unhealed wounds from their upbringing. Parents who were emotionally unavailable, unpredictable, or overly critical. These experiences taught them to rely only on themselves and to distrust emotional closeness. So, when a partner gets too close, it unconsciously reminds them of the early pain they've never processed. Without realizing it, they start to reenact old patterns, pulling away, shutting down, or pushing their partner out. Discarding the relationship becomes a way to avoid reopening those childhood wounds. 5. Fear of true intimacy. Intimacy is not just about physical closeness. It's about emotional presence, consistency, and mutual trust. And for avoidants, intimacy often feels like a trap. They might long for connection, but feel incredibly uneasy when someone genuinely sees them. The more someone loves them, the more exposed they feel. And rather than bask in that closeness, they interpret it as a threat to their autonomy and emotional safety. So ironically, the more invested a partner becomes, the more the avoidant may feel the need to escape. 6. Misinterpreting love as pressure. Avoidants often misread their partner's needs as demands or obligations. A simple request for more quality time might feel like emotional blackmail. Compliments might feel like pressure to maintain perfection. As their partner seeks deeper connection, the avoidant might start to feel overwhelmed and resentful, interpreting affection as a loss of freedom or an expectation they can't meet. This creates tension in their mind, and they may begin to believe that the relationship is too much or not working, leading to withdrawal or abandonment. 7. Fear of being exposed as not enough. Deep down, many avoidants carry a belief that they are unworthy of love. This hidden shame fuels their need to keep people at arm's length. When a relationship gets serious, they fear that their flaws, insecurities, or emotional limitations will be discovered. Rather than risk being rejected, they preemptively reject the partner. This form of self-sabotage protects their fragile self-esteem, but leaves a trail of confusion and heartbreak behind. By ending the relationship, they avoid the imagined exposure that intimacy threatens to bring. So, what does all of this mean moving forward? If you've ever been left confused, hurt, or abandoned by someone with an avoidant attachment style, know that it's not necessarily about you. These patterns are often born from deep, unhealed wounds, defense mechanisms, created long before you ever entered the picture. And while understanding doesn't take away the pain, it does give you clarity. It helps you step back and realize you weren't broken, too needy, or too much. You were simply asking for the closeness and security that every human being deserves. But for someone with an avoidant style, even healthy love can feel threatening. If you're the avoidant partner watching this, let me gently say this. Running from love won't make the fear go away. Discarding people who care won't make you safer. It just keeps you stuck in a loop of loneliness and emotional shutdown. You might think independence is your armor, but when it isolates you, it becomes a cage. Healing starts with awareness. It starts when you begin to question your automatic impulses to shut down, to pull away, to flee. You're not weak for needing connection, and you're not broken for struggling with it. The moment you recognize the pattern is the moment you take your power back. Relationships are not about perfection. They're about growth, about learning how to be human together. If you're someone who loves an avoidant partner, remember, it's not your job to fix them. But you can choose how much you're willing to give, and for how long, without losing yourself. Boundaries are not ultimatums. They're acts of self-respect. And if you're an avoidant learning to love, remember that vulnerability isn't the enemy. It's the bridge. Step by step, you can learn to cross it. At the end of the day, love isn't supposed to be a battlefield where we defend ourselves from those we care about. It's a space where we learn how to show up, even scared, even scarred, even unsure. Because real connection isn't about being perfect. It's about being present. So wherever you are in your journey, whether you're the one who runs or the one left behind, remember, healing is possible. And love, the kind that doesn't abandon, does exist. If this resonated with you, please take a moment to give this video a like, share it with someone who needs to hear this message, and don't forget to subscribe for more insights on emotional health and relationships. We're here to grow together, and every step forward counts. Thanks for watching, and until next time,